Hello and welcome to another GAC. This is Season 18, Week 3, Round 2. My opponent for this match is named Reach, and he's a Kyber combatant. So let's look at the matchup. Alright, I only have some of the green on my side this time, and I would actually argue that if you ignore the stats part of the hot pot, he actually has maybe more red than I do. So let's zoom in and see what is what. Statistics wise, I have the advantage in almost every category, but Reach is a really good player. He's just shy of 700,000 lifetime banners. He obviously has made Kyber before because he has the tag of Kyber combatant. The offensive wins at 1700, defends at 500, and is undersized. He's got over 100 more undersized than I do. So this guy knows what he's doing, and I think I'm in for a really tough match. When we look at our roster summary, I have almost 1 million more total GP than he does. I also have slight advantages in top 80 and top 65, along with 39 more Zetas. But Reach outspeeds me. His average speed on his top 80 is 103 to my 98. We also have the exact same amount of Gear 13s, but he has more Gear 12s. So I'm going to be up against a really good roster this match. And then we get to mods. While I have more 6-dot mods than he does, he actually has more mods with high-speed secondaries. Now, it's only one more in the plus 20 to 25 range, but when we get down in the plus 15 and plus 10, he has quite a bit more than I do. Then looking at relics, he has more total relic levels than I do, and if you look, he's got 12 tier 7 relic characters to my 4. When we go down to the meta character and key character reports, he's got his Galactic Legend Rey. I still wasn't able to unlock Jedi Master Luke. I do have Jedi Knight Luke though, and he does not. And then finally looking at ships, we both have the Negotiator and Malevolence, but his Malevolence is only 5 stars. All right, let's look at his roster, see if anything else jumps out at me. Looking at his ships and checking his capital ships, he does have the Radis at 6 stars. He's only got a 4-star finalizer, but I'm not really expecting either one of those to come into play in our match. And then when we look at the characters, he's got a lot of good teams. His General Skywalker is Relic 7, and most of his clones are Relic. His Vader is Relic 7, along with a Relic 6 Thrawn. In fact, when we look at Empire, it looks to me like he not only has Galactic Legend Rey, but he's also getting pretty close to having Sith Eternal Emperor. Now, because he has those two Galactic Legend investments going on, there are a couple squads that aren't nearly as well developed as you normally might see. So, for instance, his Rebels are not particularly geared up, but he has so many other good teams that I don't think that's going to make much difference. Now, the one thing that I noticed in looking at his history is that he likes to go really, really heavy offense. And when I looked at his history, most matches he was winning like 2136 to 2100 or 2122 to 2089 and stuff like that, where most of his opponents would get the clear on him, but he would be more efficient. And I also noticed that he tended to set the exact same defense every single time, which again, not unusual. Lots of people do that. I tend to have the same 4 or 5 squads that are the same and just shuffle in 1 or 2 differences. But one of the key things is that almost every single time on his history, he kept his Rey for offense. So I took the gamble that he was going to keep Rey for the offense, and I set a really hard defense. You can see he's already gone. We've got an hour and a half left in the attack phase, and he wasn't able to clear me. Let me show you what I did. Down here, I put my Grievous in front along with my CLS. The reason I put my Grievous down front is because in his history, he almost always used his Galactic Legend Rey to counter the Grievous squad. But he obviously didn't do that this time because he has 5 battles against my Grievous. Now I'm starting to wonder, does he have Rey hidden in the back? Maybe. We will see. Up here, up top, I set my gas as well. I set my Jedi Knight Luke as well. I set this Dooku squad with Nest and Wampa. He one-shot all of these. In the back, I set my Darth Revan, and he didn't even attempt it. So He's definitely out of squads, I think, because I set a ton of good stuff up front. He was able to, I think, use his nest on my Mon Mothma. I probably shouldn't have set Mon Mothma. I knew that he liked to use his nest. It's Relic 5. And sure enough, he got 63 on this Mon Mothma. So I think he nested it. That was an unfortunate mistake on my part. On ships, though, I put my home one and my Thrawn Empire. I kept both my Get 2 ships for offense, and he was able to one-shot these as well. So what am I looking at in terms of defense? He's got a Padme team with a Relic 7 Jedi Knight Anakin. He's got a Night Sister squad, and then just kind of a normal Karth team. And then down below here, he's got all of his leftover resistance and a bounty hunter squad. I've got a little wiggle room because he failed so many times on Grievous. But if he's put Rey in the back, then I do have my Vader counter ready to try on that. But it's possible it doesn't work, and then I get stuck. And so there's a chance that I only clear the same amount that he does. So I need to be more efficient on these upfront battles. My original plan was to take my Geos against his Bosk squad, but I'm not going to do that because for my Vader counter against Rey, I use Geo Brood Alpha. So I'm going to save my Geos. I'm going to use my Jedi training Rey here against Bosk, which I think might be a little overkill. I think I actually probably could get this done with my troopers, but I don't see the need to risk that yet. So we'll see where we're at after these couple battles up front, see what he has hiding in back. Let's go for the early stun. Nice. And that means we don't have to wave yet. We'll go after Jango and get the inspiration going. Pass it all around. Let's go after Greedo. And now we'll wave Bosk. This Bosk only has one of the Zetas. I actually don't know which one it is, actually. I didn't look, but I saw he only had one. And, gosh darn it, Dengar, stealing banners. That's right. I'm going to throw my healing grenade here. Get those banners back. And see if I get to Illuminated Destiny or not. I think I will. It'll be close, but I should. Let's stretch things out a tiny bit. Oh, that was dumb. Dengar was in stealth, and so my stealth with R2 didn't work. That happens so infrequently nowadays, I kind of forget that it happens. Oh, I'm not gonna stretch it out enough. So lost a couple banners because I couldn't stall hard enough. All right, so that counter worked and is pretty simple. Here against the Finn squad, I'm going to go ahead and take my Padme against them. And I think this should work fine. I figure by doing it this way, I would ensure that Relic 7 Scav Rey won't just come and destroy me completely, because I'll have all the protection up and whatnot. Let's go ahead and kick. So we almost got Holdo out of there. Let's call Anakin. And let's finish off Holdo. That. See if we can't finish with close to full health and protection. See if we can get Scav out of there. Nice. And yeah, so this was probably overkill as well, but I saved this team specifically for this counter. And good. Alright, so let's take a look in the back, see what he has for me. I'm expecting Grievous and Geos. And there they are. So he did keep Rey. He just chose not to use it on my Grievous like he normally does. So let's go back up to the front and try and get our way through that. Some of these are going to be easy, and then the difficult one is going to be this Padme. So let's start there. The plan is to take in Traya with Thrawn and see if I can't just control him. I am worried a little bit about Jedi Knight Anakin. He's Relic 7, and I think he's going to hit like a truck, and I'm worried that he's going to just demolish my team. If that happens, then I have Jedi Knight Revan to do this as well, but that means I'm trusting my Night Sisters to get through that Grievous. I'd like to use Jedi Knight Revan there instead, so we'll go with this route first, and hopefully it works out. All right, so we'll pass this to Traya so we can isolate Padme, and then we will fracture on Kenobi. We just have to survive this initial onslaught. So get the fracture there, and then let's strip all those buffs away, and then we'll start going in on Anakin. Once Anakin is gone, then this team is not nearly as scary. The GK is Relic 4, but the Ahsoka, along with Padme, are both only gear 12. And we only have one more turn to get our Annihilate off on Jedi Knight Anakin, although that fell off. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and annihilate Kenobi, and my reasoning is then I can fracture Anakin, so he's still not going to be a threat, and Kenobi is Relic 4 as well, and if you can see, he's already got 15 stacks of courage up, so he's going to hit somebody hard. So let's just remove that threat, and we'll give this back to Traya. Oh, she's not ready to isolate yet, so that's okay. But there's the fracture to put on Anakin. So a little risky to use the Annihilate and not take out the Relic 7 Anakin, but I think knowing that I had the fracture coming up made it work out fine. And really the times I really struggle on Padme tend to be teams where not only the Anakin is reliced up, but also the Ahsoka. And because Ahsoka, she can just hit so hard sometimes. And you can only control so many. Now, wow, that hurt a lot. That felt like I had everything under control, and then Anakin just went boom. And now he's going crazy. So I still may lose this one, but no, I won't, because there goes Anakin. So terrible banners for sure, but we'll get through it. We just need to take Padme out here. Take a little bit. Probably just waiting for another Annihilate at this point. And without being able to have, without Traya around anymore, we're not going to continue getting Isolate, so that's alright. Losing Thrawn and Traya, all the control's gone. She's going to continue kicking people in the face, but one more round and we'll annihilate her and we'll be done. So the good news is it allowed me to keep my Jedi Knight Revan to go up against his Grievous. Only a 50. Wow. Alright. That's okay. We will take these Night Sisters down with the normal crew Watt team. And now that I know Rey's not back there, I'm pretty confident that I'll get the full clear, and then we'll won't matter the efficiency. Let's go ahead and clear that stun off of crew, and we'll stun zombies so that we can start hitting all the other Night Sisters. And we're going to eat this plague, fortunately. Get turn meter going. And I don't know why I was stuck on zombie there. And didn't get that first kill with Fox. So It's alright. Give that over to Hux so he can get healed up. Stuck behind zombie again. And maybe we can get a big hit on Spy. Let's see if we can clear the Foresight so that when Executioner's hit comes up again, I can actually hit Spirit. But that's going to have to wait. Let's give that back to crew again so we can stun zombie again, and then we can kill Spirit hopefully. Foresight up. Okay, well, let's hit Daka, I guess. Almost. And unfortunately, zombie died with that one. So let's just take a little bit, but there's no risk here of me dying anymore with Talzin out. It's just a matter of time. And actually that time is going to suit me well because I think I'll be able to get my full health and protection back from everybody. So this should take out Saj. And Daka maybe? Big hit? Almost. So close. Let's just do a basic there to clear. And we'll give this back to Executioner to finish off Daka. And get rid of that right there. So everybody but Watt is all healed up. Let's see if we can drag this out a little bit and get Watt all his health back. Let's stun Spirit for the moment so she can't keep getting Foresight. And we'll just keep getting the heals going. We got 4 heal over time there on Watt. Just a matter of... There we go. Alright, so now we can switch over back to Spirit. Let's just do a basic. That worked. And let's pile on to finish it off for the 60. Yes. Alright, against this cart squad, we'll take my Geos. Oftentimes I don't get great banners on the Geo versus Karth, so it's not my favorite counter in the world. Alright, change of plans. We're going to go ahead and try this Karth with my Bounty Hunters instead of Geos. And we'll go with the Aura lead, and we'll see if we can't get the contract real quick. We'll just target Zalbar right from the get-go, because he's going to taunt anyway. We get Frenzy up on Bosk so that everybody has a buff. We take our attacks, and there is 60% of the contract done. And then let's go ahead and target Karth, so he doesn't do his AoE. And there we have our contract. Let's go ahead and see if we can ability block a few. Get a stun on Mission. Nice. Let's see if we can stun Karth. Good. Let's kill Canderous, because he's about to take a turn. Get our taunt up again. And let's see if we can stun Johnny. Nice. Clear the taunt. Go ahead and heal up. And now it's just a matter of keeping them under control. And we'll get another Disintegrate up in a bit. And just trying to stay healed up, which shouldn't be a problem. We've got the contract from Bosk. Or from Aura rather. And we get that healing going on. So we'll pile on Zalbar. That was kind of a big hit there they had on Bosk. It's fine. Go ahead and heal with that. Ooh, wow. The counters with Mission. Holy moly, I'm going to lose this, you guys. And I have to attack. Yeah. Woo. The Karth counterattack's gonna do the job here. I'm gonna have to clean up. How embarrassing to lose on Karth. Thought I had this one in the bag. Goodness gracious. Not even close. So in the end, all I got done was getting Canderous out. Horrible. And that is why having well-modded Zalbar and Mission can be so problematic. Yep. Alright, well, let's go ahead and die so we can bring the Geos in after all. Bummer. Hate to lose. Sorry, Geos. I should have trusted you from the get-go. Thought that I could just be tricky with the bounty hunters. So, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just... Again, the reason I was avoiding this counter is because it tends to just get me a 55. Enough AoEs between Karth and Canderous to steal enough banners usually. But turns out it would have been better to just get a 55 than to lose 20 on losing with the bounty hunters. Bounty hunters, another faction I need to work on, get their gear up a little bit. So there we go. See, 35. Alright, let's see what kind of ships he left me. He tends to leave the Malevolence on defense. But we'll see if he did that. Yeah, he did. And then he's got his Empire fleet there as well. So we'll go Negotiator here, and then we'll go Malevolence against the Empire. And do the standard. We'll do that. Again, we're not in an efficiency battle at this point, so we don't need to worry about banners. It's worth taking in the extra ship just to make sure that there's no funny business. We don't lose accidentally. Let's go pile on Sun Fact right away. The rest are gonna stealth anyway when I hit them. Get that back. Clear their stealth, or rather get the get our taunt up. So there goes Sun Fact. And let's do this. We'll bring in Ahsoka, and then we can clear away their charges of that. We are stuck a little bit here while we wait for stealth to get out of there. Oh, turned out to be a nice nice bonus to have Ahsoka out to be able to get rid of all of those buffs on Boba. Counterattacking is annoying. Sealing banners. And let's heal up a little bit before we take out Spy. There we go. Alright, this Malevolence against Empire can go bad sometimes. I've had it go... I didn't lose it, but I did not get very good banners at all. So I'm not worried too much about it this time because their particular one has, I believe, a 5-star bomber, and the bomber's really the key. As soon as we can get that bomber out of there, the better. Don't waste that. We can't get rid of that target lock anyway. So let's pile on the bomber and get the bomber out of here. Once that bomber's gone, then it's easy street. We'll bring in Spy for a couple big hits. And who's going first? They're going first. So we'll kill them first, and then we'll kill reinforcement. It's frustrating. That's okay. We're going to pile on there and get the kill. And they stole some banners, though. Quite a few. Pretty much all my whole team has no protection, so only a 63. All right, that leads me to the back, and we'll go after Grievous first. We've got Jedi Knight Revan for that. Although I took Old Ben off and Hoda for my Jedi Knight Luke squad. So I've got this team, and I put Barris in there as my 5th. Hopefully the Zeta helps a little bit with the big hits. If this fails, I have my Night Sisters as my backup. But hopefully it won't fail. Alright, let's pass this along to Yoda. And let's steal some buffs and spread around some foresight. And do I want to clear that? No, let's just go after B2. And a big hit, almost. Let's not even waste a mark yet. Let's just kill him. The thing about this particular squad is only B1 and Grievous are relict. So Droideka, Magna Guard, and B2, they were all Gear 12. I think Barris is going to die here. There's that. Yep, Droideka. Oh, well, there was the Savior. And we'll heal. And let's... there's no point in marking there. Maybe I should just mark... Alright, I was going to say maybe I should just mark Grievous, but I'm worried about not getting through Grievous all the way. Let's go ahead and spread the buffs. And... call them. Oh, they really like Barris a lot. That's okay. I need my Basilisca to go, and I need the stun to come up so that I can clear the damage immunity on Droideka. See, there we go. We got marked on Droideka, and I don't have the ability to clear it. But Grievous is already low, so we can mark him and see if we can't take him out. Let's go ahead and call Yoda. There we go. All right, nice. And now there we get the stun as well. And if we get a chance, we can try and call or res Barris to get those banners back. And there we go. Let's heal up. Nice, and Barris even got the final kill. So 57 is great. And finally we got his Geos. They're all Gear 12. We're bringing in Vader. And we'll bring in Sith Trooper. Do we want to bring anybody else in? We got Night Sisters. I could bring in Piet, I guess. I think he would just die. Let's not. Let's just bring in the 3. Worst case scenario, we lose, and I bring Night Sisters in here as well. Funny how Night Sisters is my backup for everything. Let's just throw on Spy. And we'll ability block everywhere else. And see if we can't get another throw off on Alpha now. Nice. Alright, that went basically as well as it possibly could have gone. Yeah, this worked out well. As to be expected. Alright, and that wraps this one up. What do we end up with? A 2094 to 1841. A little bit of a bummer to drop that cart squad, but the win is the win. I think the key to this match for me was just scouting out Reach and the fact that he sets the same exact defense every time and goes super heavy offense, which is a totally viable game plan to go really, really heavy offense and just put 1 or 2 good defensive teams on defense. Definitely throws people off, because if they're not scouting you, they're probably trying to keep kind of a balance, and then you end up having way more for offense and win on efficiency, which is kind of what he ends up doing. But when you have somebody that scouts you and then you don't change, you can get in this situation where I was able to really load up my defense with a ton of teams and still keep enough that I can get the clear. So while Reach is a really good player and has had a lot of success, I think he'd be even more successful if he added that extra layer of preparation, maybe switching up his defense a little bit here and there just to catch people off guard who are doing what I did. In any event, I want to thank Reach for the battle. It was definitely a challenging match. Even with all of the advanced scouting, I'm always still a little worried about setting such a hard defense and getting stuck on offense. So good job in making me think, and I absolutely appreciate the match. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again in next round.